Moving to Northeast Tennessee and you're wondering where you should live? Well, there's no perfect answer. The best place is the area that fits your lifestyle. Well, today, Shad and I are going to talk about the best places to live depending on your lifestyle. And we broke it down into 4 categories. We probably could have came up with about 24 categories.
100%, 100%. But we'll try to keep it simple for this video, right?
Yeah, definitely. So what's our first category?
Our first category is what we call city living. So we're really talking about the 3 main cities, what we call the Tri-Cities of Northeast Tennessee, right? Johnson City, Kingsport, and Bristol. Johnson City is the largest of the 3 at about 75,000 people. Kingsport's next. Some would call it the sister city here of about 55, 60,000. Then you have Bristol with about 30,000 people. So lots to do in those cities.
Yeah, so if you're the kind of person that you like to have the convenience, you sort of like to have everything at your fingertips, you want to run out for Chinese food or run over to Home Goods and you don't want to drive, hey, you're in the middle of a project, how you have to run over to Lowe's or Home Depot. These are great towns and they're all going to have medical care, at least 1, if not 2 or more hospitals, the big box stores. They're going to have lots of entertainment, beautiful parks like Warriors Path State Park. What's some other parks?
Oh, well, there's a lot of parks, but also it's just the convenience as well. Some walkability amongst those areas and stuff like that to make it easy. Make it great just to live in the city.
Yeah, so those are the areas we would suggest if you're planning on living in the city and you really want that convenience and maybe the big schools and things like that. And number 2, small town living. Many of you want that charm, that small town feel, sense of community, and you're in luck here because we have not 1 but 5 historic towns: Jonesboro, Elizabethton, Irwin, Greenville, and Rogersville.
Yes, and the first one we got to talk about on our list, like we always talk about, is Jonesboro, the oldest town in Tennessee. It's a suburb of Johnson City. We're really just a few minutes west of Johnson City. In fact, most of the hospitals and shopping and stuff that Johnson City offers is very convenient for people that live here.
Yeah, it's our little hallmark town and the place we like to call home, too. Beautiful historic buildings. You'll see historic homes around this area and then branches out into other neighborhoods. And it's famous for the storytelling festival. People come from across the country and the world, thousands of people, and gorgeous, gorgeous town.
Another great town to think about just on the other side of Johnson City to the east is a town we call Elizabethton. Beautiful small town, about 15, 16,000 people there. So again, large enough to have some hospitals and grocery stores and things like that you can choose from. But also it's got a beautiful Doe River that runs through the town, including our historic covered bridge as well. So it's a great option for people. Also outdoor activities, things of that nature. There's plenty to do outside of Elizabethton. And even if you're going to one of our lake towns here, like Watauga Lake, one of the most popular lakes here in our area, you'll end up going through Elizabethton and even up into Roan Mountain, the tallest peak one of the tallest peaks on the eastern seaboard. So great town to check out while you're here.
I agree. And another great town is Greenville, and that's about 30-minute drive from Johnson City. And Greenville is a similar size to Elizabethton, I believe. And it has a beautiful historic downtown. They have lots of festivals, like they just had, I believe, the Iris Festival, and plenty of history. There's even a church with a cannonball in the front of it, and it was the home of President Andrew Johnson, and his burial site is there, homestead. So there's just a lot to do. Again, it has grocery stores, a hospital, a Niswanger Performing Arts Center, Pioneer Ballpark, which they have the minor league baseball players. So plenty to do in that town.
Yeah, absolutely. Just south of Johnson City, about 20 minutes or so, is another town that's very similar in size to Jonesboro, is a town that we really like as well. It's called Irwin. It was a railroad town back in the day, but really surrounded by the mountains. Very convenient to get over into North Carolina, one of the last towns in Tennessee before you get over there. But a lot of outdoor activities that you can do there, including the Appalachian Trail isn't too far away, and some hikers will come into town and refurnish their supplies, stuff like that. So it's a great town to check out for sure.
Yeah, and it's kind of famous for its festival, the Unicoi Apple Festival, which we love going to that. It's everything apple.
And that's actually one of the largest festivals in Northeast Tennessee. They get over 100,000 people there. It's a big one. It's a big one.
Now, another historic town, last but not least, is Rogersville, and that's about an hour's drive from Johnson City, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's just a little disconnected because, we have mountain ridges and stuff to consider here when you're driving around. As the crow flies, it's not very far from Johnson City, but it's just, there's a mountain ridge in between. It starts in Kingsport at Bays Mountain, and that whole ridge line kind of disconnects it. So it takes a little while. It takes about an hour to get to Rogersville from Johnson City, about 30 minutes from Kingsport.
So you can always hop on over to Kingsport for things that you need, but beautiful downtown, historic buildings, beautiful historic homes, and you could live close into the city. Some of the older homes are out in the countryside around there. And that town always reminds me of a little Norman Rockwell town. And if you want to learn more about any of these historic towns, I know we just kind of whipped through them fast in this video, but we have videos about each of these towns on our Living in Johnson City, Tennessee YouTube channel. So the next style of living, number 3, country living and privacy.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about a little bit more elbow room in these smaller towns, but obviously even more elbow room going out into the countryside.
Definitely. And so if you're looking for country living, you're looking for some acreage, you might want to look at the Tri-Cities first, Johnson City, Kingsport, Bristol. We've had several buyers buy homes in the countryside of those areas. So you could look there. And you might want to consider like Elizabethton. Again, that might be a great area.
A lot of these towns right around the main cities are very convenient for people when it comes to how far out from the main core of these cities would you be comfortable with? We're talking, when we talk Elizabethton or Jonesboro, or you're talking 10, 15, 20 minutes here and there. You can expand it out even farther than that if you have room. You don't need to be that close to one of the larger cities. So that's definitely something to consider as you spread out.
Yeah, so again, if you are looking for acreage and space or a country neighborhood, if you want to be near Johnson City, you might consider Jonesboro, Gray, Elizabethton, or Irwin. Those would be all great areas to live near Johnson City. If you were looking area further north up by Kingsport, you might consider Mount Carmel, Church Hill, or Fall Branch. And if you wanted to live near Bristol, you might consider Bluntville or Bluff City. So you've got a lot of choices. Oh, and what area that's very popular, again, is Greenville is awesome for countryside and mountain views. And the Cowboy Corridor, which is Telford, Limestone, Afton, and Chucky. So if you're thinking country, you might want to look at any of these areas that we mentioned. And again, we probably have videos about most of these, so check that out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Number 4, lakefront living, or even just living near a lake. And we have a lot of beautiful lakes in this area.
Yeah. Probably the highest density of people, the ones living around the lake the most, would be Boone Lake because of the convenience of being on the edge of Johnson City. On the west edge of the lake is Johnson City. On the right edge of the lake is Piney Flats. But we have a lot of people that consider that lake, especially if you're still working or need to be near the city on most day-to-day activities. Boone Lake is one of the most convenient that we have.
Yeah, there's some great marinas there and some restaurants and stuff along the lake, and you do see some houseboats, and some of the people have a second home over there, so that's a fun place to enjoy the lake. Another lake is Watauga Lake, and if you wanted to be on Watauga Lake, you would need to live in Butler. Or if you were wanting to live near Watauga Lake, you might consider Mountain City, and that's a little more remote and peaceful town, or Hampton, or Elizabethton. You had mentioned that earlier. Those would all be closer to Watauga Lake. Watauga Lake is a beautiful lake.
Oh, 100%. Even if people are just coming to check out the area, we always advise that if you got time while you're here to check out Watauga, you can even, rent a boat for the day if you'd like at one of the marinas there, stuff like that. But it's one of the mountain towns here. A little more secondary home market for most people. Again, Watauga is a little bit farther away for most people that need to be in the city on a day-to-day basis, but great for vacationing, a secondary home. But it's just one of the favorite places for people to go and do, grab a lunch with your family, go up there for a picnic on a Saturday, stuff like that.
And it's more wooded because it's got the Cherokee National, it's surrounded by the Cherokee National.
Yeah, there's just not as many houses to choose from if you even wanted to live on that lake because of the surrounding national forest. And again, the Appalachian Trail comes really close to that lake as well. So there are, again, more activities to do outside of just being on the water.
Another great lake is South Holston Lake. So
that's very similar to Watauga.
Yeah.
They're both very beautiful. We call them mountain lakes here. But that one's a little bit closer and convenient for people that live in Bristol. But again, and it even extends into Virginia a little bit, that lake does. But it's definitely one that I would consider checking out if that's something you desire to live on a lake around here. Again, not as many choices, but when they come up, you definitely should consider them.
Yeah, and I guess below on the South Holston River, below the dam, is really good for trout fishing.
Yes, fly fishermen come from around the world apparently to fly fish there, and we even have our own species of brown trout, I believe, in our mountains here. That's nowhere else.
And lots of good fly fishing too, in a lot of areas. Well, I guess that's more on the rivers, but.
Well, no, right there.
Yeah, right there. Another lake, we don't want to forget this one, Patrick Henry Lake over in Kingsport. Beautiful, smaller lake.
It is smaller, advantageous side of things that their water level stays more consistent year-round versus some of the others that get the winter pool, summer pool effect, draw down and raise back up in the summer. Anyways, more convenient there, less overall congestion, but people, I know a ton of people that kayak on that lake for sure.
Well, yeah, and Warriors Path State Park is right along there.
That's definitely one of my favorite parks. In fact, even if I'm showing a house over by that area, I might just drive through the park on my way through just because I just really enjoy it. It
has camping and hiking and beautiful picnic areas and awesome children's playground. So very, very beautiful. And the great thing about living on Patrick Henry is you're just so close to like Colonial Heights and all the downtown Kingsport. It's just, again, right there at your fingertips.
Yeah, Patrick Henry and Boone lakes are going to be your convenient lakes for sure. And then Watauga and South Holston are more up into the mountains, but share that beauty of that area as well.
And then, of course, we have a lot of rivers. We have the Chucky, we have the Holston River, Watauga River, and the Doe River. Mm-hmm. So maybe we have to do a video about the rivers. But
yeah, you can even do whitewater rafting on the Chucky. Yeah. So there's more activities.
Yeah, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, the fly fishing, great fly fishing here. That's something that's very attractive to people. So, those are some areas that you might look at based on your different lifestyles. And the best place for you is definitely, based on your lifestyle, because the worst thing to happen is you buy a house and it's really not in the area that you want to live in. So if you have questions about living in Northeast Tennessee and you're wondering which area might be right for you, I'm Stephanie and this is Shad with the Freck Group at Greater Impact Realty. Our team specializes in helping people like you that are moving to Northeast Tennessee. So if you have questions, send us an email, give us a call or text us. Our team would be happy to help you. And remember, it is never too soon to start planning your move. We hope to see you here very soon in Northeast Tennessee.